Hello, friends. Hope all is well with you and your family. I was reading a book called Start With Your Why by Simon Sinek, a great author, a very renowned speaker. I definitely suggest you to check him out. I came across this very interesting story in his book. I thought it's worth a share, and here I am. Well, the story goes like this. There was this former Undersecretary of Defense, who was once invited to deliver a speech at a very large conference. He was standing on the stage with a cup of coffee in a styrofoam cup, the paper cup, and he was getting ready to deliver his speech. He took a sip of coffee. He gently looked at the cup and he smiled and he said, "Last year, exactly at the same time, I delivered a speech at the very same conference. But then, I was still an Undersecretary of Defense. They flew me in business class, and as soon as I landed, I had people to receive me. They took me into the hotel, and by the time I reached, I am already auto-checked in so that I can bypass all the queue. Next day, when I came downstairs, I had people to receive me, greet me, and again they received me and they dropped me back in a very same conference. They escorted me to the backstage to the green room. And by the time I reached, I was offered a very warm cup of coffee in a beautifully designed ceramic cup." He says, "I'm no longer the Undersecretary of Defense. This time, they flew me in an economy class. When I landed in the airport, I didn't have anyone to receive me, so I booked a taxi myself. I reached the hotel. I stood in a queue. I checked myself in. The next day morning, when I came downstairs, I didn't have anyone to receive me, so I have to again book a taxi myself. I reached this conference hall through the front gate. I somehow found my way to the backstage, the green room. And by the time I reached, I was completely exhausted. And I asked the gentleman out there, 'Can I have a cup of coffee?' And he pointed me to a coffee vending machine that was placed in the corner. He said, I poured myself a cup of coffee into this styrofoam cup. He says, the ceramic cup was never meant for me. It was always meant for the position that I held. I always deserved a styrofoam cup, the paper cup." Remember this. As you gain fame, as you gain fortune, people will treat you better. They will call you sir or ma'am. They'll hold doors for you. They will offer you a coffee even without asking for it. Just remember, none of them belongs to you. It all belongs to the position that you hold. Remember that. Remember the lesson of humility and gratitude. You can enjoy all the perks. You can absolutely enjoy, but just be grateful and know that none of them belongs to you. You only deserve a styrofoam cup. To me, this is a fantastic lesson on humility and gratitude. A great story, isn't it? I really enjoyed reading it. And in a pre-COVID era, I would have definitely shared this story with my friends and my colleagues. But in a current situation, I'm sitting in front of my camera, recording it myself and sharing it with all of my friends. And thank you for listening and hope you like this story too. See you in the next video with another inspiring story. Till then, see you. Bye-bye.